Chaos in Los Angeles.
Our community is living in a state of terror
as protests over recent immigration raids escalate. 50 years of World Pride.
Having it be at the 50th anniversary is amazing to me.
And our DC bureau has coverage of our nation's capital hosting for the first time. And all anime.
It's kind of like a little dream world that they put together here.
How Otaku Fest took over this past weekend. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm David Lascano.
I'm Cassie Martinez. Today is June 9th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Rallies and riots, chaotic scenes in LA as protests turned violent. Protesters in Los Angeles refused to back down from law enforcement officers as demonstrations continued to escalate overnight.
President Donald Trump sent 2,000 National Guardsmen to help control the situation. We turn to CNN's Jen Sullivan to get a closer look at what's unfolding in the streets of LA.
The National Guard pushing back crowds in Los Angeles Sunday as protests over recent immigration raids stretch into a third day. Federal officers using pepper spray to disperse crowds. Crowds began protesting Friday after dozens of people were arrested by federal immigration agents as the Trump administration cracks down on unauthorized immigration. The latest raids instilling fear and anger in many Southern California communities.
Our community is living in a state of terror.
Why are they being treated like second-class citizens? That's the anger the community feels right now.
Saturday, crowds taking over streets, shutting down traffic. This car set on fire in Paramount, about 20 minutes south of LA, where authorities tried to control the crowds. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department releasing an advisory Saturday, saying in part, protesters became increasingly agitated, throwing objects and exhibiting violent behavior toward federal agents and deputy sheriffs. The White House deploying 2,000 National Guardsmen to help local authorities in Los Angeles.
We're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart.
Some leaders, though, think it's a drastic response.
This is really just an escalation of the president coming into California. We haven't asked for the help. We don't need the help.
California has the highest unauthorized immigrant population in the country, according to data from the Pew Research Center, with roughly 1.8 million in 2022. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
A country is in shock this morning after the shooting of a presidential candidate. Colombian Senator Miguel Uribe, running for the presidency as a Centro Democrático, was shot during a campaign event in Bogota. The party he is running under is the opposition to the current ruling party of Colombia.
A security officer reacted and apprehended one of the attackers, who was a minor and was injured in the leg. The minor was taken to Clinicia Colombia, where he received medical assistance. Additionally, there are two other injured individuals, a man and a woman.
Colombian President Gustavo Petro issued a statement of support on X. Uribe is currently being treated in a nearby hospital and is recovering.
And we're changing gears now. With hurricane season here, it's left some people scratching their heads this morning after a weather model forecast this year's first ghost hurricane. A ghost hurricane occurs when a weather prediction system repeatedly predicts a hurricane forming but never does. One GFS model forecast predicted a hurricane hitting the Gulf Coast later this month, but the storm never manifested.
Naples Pride Festival kicked off on Saturday with its celebration and a drag show, which was met with a protest and a legal decision. Gulf Coast News' Mohammed Abdul Kawi has more on the story.
Thousands of people made their way to Cambier Park to celebrate Naples Pride Fest. For some, there wasn't a worry in the world.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here, really. Having a good time.
I have been a supporter and an ally pretty much most of my life. I'm here to support.
Others not so happy. Protesters were scattered around the park. Their issue, children being exposed to what they're not used to.
This display right here should be gone. Children in this community should not believe that there's anything whatsoever normal about what's happening here.
They come in here, they see unfamiliar characters with eccentric dressing, and costumes and all this paint. You know the type of traumatic stress that can cause to a child when they see that, that's what I'm here for.
Security was the top concern for this event. Arguing matches outside the North Center between both sides. That's where the drag show has moved to because of a federal court hearing, requiring performances to be limited to adults and held inside. While here, we saw a man handcuffed and escorted by Naples police, keeping their word on keeping people safe this weekend.
I think the police are doing a great job in separating us and keeping things to a minimum.
The way I see it is, this is a peaceful event. They've been here, they've been nothing but peaceful. And as long as that stays that way, there's no problem.
I'm Mohammed Abdul-Kalwi, Gulf Coast News.
World Pride celebrates 50 years this year in Washington with numerous activities including a parade in downtown D.C. Caplin's News D.C. Bureau reporter Rosaura Mendoza takes us to the heart of the celebration and the message behind it.
World Pride is officially here in Washington, D.C. For the first time ever, the Capitol is hosting this global celebration, and it's happening on the 50th anniversary.
Thousands from around the world gather to celebrate love, identity, and visibility. For many, it's more than a parade. It's a milestone. One attendee, experiencing Pride for the very first time, called it unforgettable.
It's fantastic. This is my first ever Pride Parade or Pride Festival in general, so having it be at the 50th anniversary is amazing to me.
But even in celebration, there's tension. Raising initiatives targeting LGBTQ+ youth, DEI, and even drag performances have left many feeling cautious.
I was a little bit nervous to be here just because it's so many people, and I know there's a lot of hate in the world right now. But hopefully, since everyone's so happy and the vibe is so good, it just sends a positive message to everyone, and that everyone can just realize that these regulations and these new laws that are coming out are just ridiculous.
More than 500 anti-LGBTQ+ bills have been introduced across the country in the last year alone. Advocates say even symbolic rollbacks and rhetoric coming from political leaders affect how safe people feel just showing up.
World Pride has come a long way, and this year DC made it unforgettable. Reporting from Washington, D.C., and for Caplin News, I'm Rosaura Mendoza.
The Miami Marlins play for state bragging rights with a sad result for the 305.
Yeah, not too much to brag about. That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Full of positive energy, like I said earlier, and just where everybody could get together, have a good time, kind of escape from reality.
Miami-Dade County playing host to a weekend anime festival. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzing overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
To reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and... 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
All about anime here in South Florida over the weekend. This weekend, Miami-Dade County played host to a 3-day event filled with cosplay, anime, merch, and more.
Caplin's Marisol Lopez takes us inside the celebration where fans came together to connect over shared interests and to express their creativity.
Many anime fans, gamers, and cosplayers gather here at the Miami Airport Convention Center for the Otaku Fest.
Otaku Fest made a big return to Miami last weekend, running for 3 days from June 6 to June 8. For many attendees, it was a chance to immerse in what they love, surrounded by a strong sense of community, and to take a break from the routine of daily life.
It's a lovely experience, you know, full of positive energy, like I said earlier, and just where everybody could get together, have a good time, kind of escape from reality. So it's kind of like a little dream world that they put together here.
For cosplayers, this event was an opportunity to bring their favorite characters to life, express themselves, and get creative.
I dressed as Osaka from Azumanga Daioh. I bought all this stuff separate, but I made the cuffs and I made the collar. I really love the character. I relate to her a lot. She's really funny.
The event also brought back familiar faces from past conventions.
Like there's vendors that come to the conventions that like I know from previous conventions, and like it's really nice to see everyone.
If you missed it this year, don't worry. Otaku Fest is expected to return next year, and fans are already looking forward to it.
Hey, if I could, I'll come every year.
This is a place where fans connect and share what they love. I'm Marisol Lopez for Caplin News.
A Florida rivalry as the Miami Marlins take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Miami started strong, stopping a Tampa Bay's league-leading 23-inning shutout streak in the very first inning. This was followed by 2 shutout innings by Miami's Anthony Veneziano. Marlins rookie-designated hitter Heriberto Hernandez had a 3-hit day, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Rays. The final score was Marlins 2, Tampa Bay 3. The Fish are now in Pennsylvania to play the Pittsburgh Pirates today at 6:40 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Cassie Martinez.
And I'm David Lascano. Get more news at any time at caplinnews.fiu.edu.